2021 is right around the corner. You may be watching this video and it's already here. And I mean, 2020's been odd. We can say that to say the least. We do know, though, there's a ton of games coming around the corner for us in 2021. We can put 2020 in the rearview mirror. Welcome to Chaos Gaming, everybody. Do me a favor, turn on those notifications, make sure you're following the page. And today, we're going to go over the most anticipated video games of 2021. You guys let me know in the comments which of these you're the most excited for, which are you're actually going to pony up your hard-earned cash for. Drop a like, share it around, and let's go. This month's giveaway is for your choice of a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. All you have to do to enter is drop a like, make sure you're subscribed, and leave a comment with your Twitter handle so we can get hold of you telling me which one you want. The winner is picked at the end of the month. Good luck. First up is Gotham Knights. Yes, let's kick things off with the action RPG from WB Games Montreal. For those that don't remember, they're the ones that developed Batman's Arkham Origins, which was a pretty solid game, all things considered. Now, Gotham Knights is going to have you playing as one of Batman's allies years after his death, and Gotham has fallen into ruin in his absence. Now, there's going to be a lot of choices to make and allegiances to either follow or ruin. It's been a long time since we've got a solid Batman game that wasn't made by Telltale, so I'm excited for this, even though it's not technically a Batman game, but it is. I'm sure he'll be around. Gotham Knights is set to be released at the end of 2021 on the PS4, the PS5, the PC, the Xbox One, and the Xbox Series X. Next up is Outriders. Now, this has been getting promoted here and there, and overall, I'm pretty interested. I have my concerns, but on the other hand, it is being developed by People Can Fly, who are one of the most underrated studios in gaming right now. Outriders is a third-person shooter RPG that will make you customize everything. I mean, custom character, part of 4 different classes. As you progress, you're going to level up your weapons, your skills, you're going to interact with various NPCs, you're going to make choices that impact the direction of the entire story. Now, it's been reported that it's been in development for 5 years, and it's been delayed multiple times. Right now, it's currently set to launch on the PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, February 2nd of 2021, so it's right around the corner. At number 8, Monster Hunter Rise. Now, the Monster Hunter world, it's a massive success. And now that we're finally getting a follow-up, well, kind of, we are, okay? It's going to be a new Switch exclusive game from Capcom. It will continue with the established formula. It puts you in the shoes of a hunter going out and taking on giant monsters. Now, it's reportedly going for a more seamless world approach, like what we got in Monster Hunter World as opposed to the older games. This one is set for release on the Switch on March 26th. So I'm not sure a lot of fans are bummed about it because it's not going to be on other systems, but all of you Switch owners, you're probably in for a treat. Blood Bowl 3. Raise your hand if you remember Blood Bowl. This is an American football game based on the Warhammer universe where you get extra physical and you put a bunch of monsters and orcs on a field to make things interesting. In 2009, there was a video game version and it got a sequel 6 years later. Now, we're getting the 3rd installment. As for gameplay, it's turn-based football, okay? It's over the action or over-the-top action, and it's excessive celebrations that has the same cheesy style as a lot of Warhammer media. And while Blood Bowl has never really hit the mainstream, it's got a pretty dedicated following. I think Blood Bowl 3 may shock some people. At number 6 is The Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, the remake. Now, Sands of Time is often considered one of the best action games ever made, and Ubisoft is finally going to bring it into the modern age. The original game launched 17 years ago. It received critical acclaim for everything. Combat, level design, unique mechanics. It lets you rewind freaking time to let you perfect your platforming and your combos. Now, a few months ago, Ubisoft announced they were remaking the game from the ground up, and on January 21st, it's going to be in your hands. The Sands of Time remake is currently only set to launch on the PC, Xbox One, and PS4, so there's no next-gen versions, but I'd be shocked if Ubisoft didn't make them backwards compatible. This is too big of a game to not be playable on the PS5 and the X. At number 5, and I am personally looking forward to this one, Resident Evil Village. Now, RE has been up and down throughout the decades, but I think it's safe to say that Capcom has found their stride. RE7 was great. The RE2 remake was great. The RE3 remake was solid, and now we're getting a brand new game. Resident Evil Village is the long-awaited sequel to RE7, and it will carry on that game's story while trying to tie in closer to the established universe. If you played RE7, you'll probably notice you probably noticed that it wasn't very concerned with the rest of the Resident Evil universe, but according to Capcom, RE8 will bring the new characters and mechanics from RE7, but we're going to get back in that world. I think it could go either really well or really bad. After all, RE4 was a fantastic game that was isolated from the rest of the universe, but then when RE6 tried to bring the rest of the universe back, it ruined it. We'll have to wait and see. No release date yet. Another one I'm super excited for, Far Cry 6. It was a surprise announcement not too long ago, and everything I hear about it makes me more excited. The game has you playing as a guerrilla fighter on a fictional island in the Caribbean, trying to topple a dictator, and according to Ubisoft, this game is massive. It's going to be the biggest Far Cry sandbox yet. The developers even said that if you were trying to walk from one side to the other, it would take you over an hour. It's set to release in 2021 on the PC, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X, the PS4, the PS5, Google Stadia, and Amazon Luna. Now, I'm a little worried about the game being dumbed down in order to run on all those different machines, but I'm still excited. At number 3, Hitman 3. The rebooted Hitman series has flown under the radar. It really has, but it's fun. This game is set to conclude the current trilogy, and it will feature the same open-ended assassination gameplay of the first two, but with even more maps, weapons, costumes, routes, and content. The developers have also said the story is going to be a lot more mature and dark and involved this time around, as the last two games had somewhat of a goofy vibe to them. Hitman 3 is set to release on January 20th, right around the corner, on the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, Google Stadia, and PC. And if you haven't played the new Hitman games, you should try them. At number 2, Deathloop. One of the most unique games I have seen. It's basically going to be the FPS version of Groundhog's Day, and I'm 100% on board with that. You play as an assassin, caught in a time loop, and you try over and over to take out various targets perfectly. You create a quick and addicting gameplay loop. Now, there will also be a multiplayer mode where, another plays as a rival assassin trying to keep the time loop intact by killing the first player. It's intense. Deathloop is set to release May. Yeah, somewhere around May next year on the PC and the PS5, and then it will possibly be coming to the Xbox Series X. After all, Microsoft now owns Bethesda, and they've alluded to Deathloop comics to the Xbox after a year or so keep your eyes open. And at number 1 today, Halo Infinite. The wrap-up of 343's Halo trilogy. The anticipation for Halo Infinite is up there. Now, 4 and 5 were definitely divisive games in the community, and it's no secret that the series has been falling off. But with the PC ports of the Master Chief Collection, Microsoft has been able to hype things back up, and there's definitely a lot of buzz around Infinite. Now, it seems to be doing its best to bring all the things back to basics, and Microsoft has even confirmed that the multiplayer is going to be free to play, which is huge. And I saw a leak about a Battle Royale. Yes, the game was supposed to launch with the X, but it was delayed for the sake of polish, and according to insider reports, the stability was not in a good place. As of the recording of this video, it's set to release in 2021. No exact date is out there yet, but you'll probably see it. And there you have it. Those are some of the most anticipated games of 2021. Let me know which ones are going to end up in your gaming library, and I'll see you soon.